That's one of the things that's missing, is a feeling of connection when I'm having a hard time. That's the first thing that goes. So when I'm around people that understand, and I'm around people that, and I'm also doing activities such as like gardening, or it's like being reminded of all the things that bring me joy, because I lose sight of that when I'm having a hard time. It's real clear to me that there are better options than any of those things. Better options than going to jail, better options than being homeless if you're having a mental health crisis. And so when I first heard about the respite center, I thought, we need this right away. I mean, we've needed it for decades.
A peer respite center is a home-like setting where you can go and stay up to 7 days. And the people there who take care of you, they're peers. They're people who've been through what you've been through.
So it's a place where you can go, you can be safe, you can be supported, and you can get help making better decisions about where to go from there. It's like a pause. When I think of when I start getting sick, especially before my symptoms start getting really severe, all I need is like a vacation or a break from my life.
We can say, I needed some time away. I need some support. I don't want to wait until other people are making that decision for me.
That they could go and have people who have recovered or are recovering to support them and be with them through the difficult time that they're having, and know that they're going to be safe there.
It tells people who have a mental illness that the community understands and cares.
That sense of not just your life will get better, but that you have something to offer now. That working creatively with someone in crisis, even in pain, is life-affirming.
I don't think anybody that hasn't been through it can give you that message of hope as well as somebody who's had that lived experience.
If that's the only thing that the respite center does, is give people hope when they come there for a day or a week, then that's a huge leap forward.
The peer respite centers are a new concept. There are currently only 14 in the country, but it's growing. The average cost of psychiatric hospitalization for 1 week is $5,707. The average cost in a peer respite center for a week is $434. So it's very economical. Because it's run by peers and we want to have the home-like setting and we don't want to get a clinical feeling, but similar to Georgia, if needed, we might want to have 2 peer respite centers. You know, Georgia has 5.
A big part of it is offering that hospital diversion and that support to make crisis a transforming experience, but also that they often become hubs for other peer services. They become hubs for people working creatively on their own recoveries.
To go like during the day, during whatever the hours that are set up, to go and take classes, maybe give a class, take a class, maybe like in yoga or art or a book discussion.
It's a respectful place. It's not coercive. You go voluntarily. It's your choice when you're ready to leave. And people who have recovered have said that they've really benefited from being able to go to a peer respite.
So I'm in favor of anything that gives folks with a mental illness more opportunities, more options, and certainly a peer service like this can provide an option that's between home, where you have been living with other caretakers or with other family members, or even just by yourself and beginning to feel isolated, and a crisis unit.
This does not replace hospitalization. This does not replace treatment. It doesn't replace therapy. It's another source of support.
Well, I think that the misconceptions are probably going to be the same as they are about anything related to mental illness. You know, are these people dangerous? Is it going to be a detriment to my neighborhood? Is it going to be safe?
Having a place where people can choose to go, where they don't lose their power, would make this job feel less conflicted for me, because I have something to offer people where they can go that's going to be a healing experience.
These are individuals who need help, who aren't by definition dangerous in any way, and who really should be included in our community because they already live here. They're our families, they're our friends.
When we become more sensitive and kind and compassionate to people with mental illness, I think this will be the model for how to care, how people can care for each other.
So a respite has been created by people who knew, wow, wouldn't it have been great if I could go somewhere and get that kind of support in the middle of the night, in the middle of the day, whenever I needed it. I had someone I could talk about what's coming up. In a way that it could help me have that opportunity that comes out of crisis.
Our community has these arms that wrap around people and support, and it's another way of doing that.
A peer respite center transforms a crisis into an opportunity for growth and healing.
It's clearly needed, it's clearly a model that's worked in other areas, and it's about time.